First, by Q Sinlu. As the softness of your skin gently caresses my face, we both yearning for the night when our bodies will touch. The night of tender passion, love making, and us serenading each other with our moans, groans, and sweet cries, flirting with nothing but our eyes, replaying our fancy over in our minds, longing for the mouth-watering kiss we give each other whenever we meet. Then it happens. We kiss. We look at each other with greed in our eyes, wanting more. We embrace tightly, massaging each other with our fingers, walking them up and down our bodies, grabbing, rubbing, stroking, handle it only the way we know how. Your fingers slowly slide inside, making tears run down my face. Gasping for air, I let out a soft cry. Clinging to your body, feeling your heartbeat with the same pace as mine. Then we stop, realizing this is not what we need, only what we want. Yeah, so I wanted to start off this video with a poem celebration of National Poetry Month. So you guys know I love poetry. I do dabble in poetry, quite a few poetry on my blog, if you ever want to check them out. And so I was like, you know, this month I'm gonna add a few poetry, which I've done in the past in December, but a few poetry of other people in my videos. And this is an indie author who I had known years ago, and so I was very surprised that she had a poetry collection. So I checked it out and I read all of them and I enjoyed it. So I was like, I want to add that one. It was very fitting to the title. You know, this is a Heartache and G-Strings. That's what the name of the collection is. So you want to check it out. It's on Kindle Unlimited, but you can also buy it, the physical book. I think I want to get the physical book. I would like to have in my collection. I'm going to add some more of the other ones and then probably put mine in a little bit in there as well. So what I did this week was I decided to make a cover for a journal that I'm going to be using strictly for my poetry collection. I don't have my poetry in like one area, and I feel like this is like a little project for me that's going to take a couple of months because I have a lot. I think I have about 70 something, maybe a little bit more than that on my blog that I'm going to work on first and put them in here. So I made this. I did show a little bit of this on my Insta story, and I love it. I handmade it, so I bought the material. It's faux leather, and I sat there and learned how to make it, and I love how it came out. Add this musical instrument with it, and this is what I'm going to be adding. I do have some I already wrote in there, and collection. I have a long collection, guys. We're talking a lot, so it's gonna be fun sharing that with you guys. So on to other stuff. Now initially this was gonna be a reading vlog. Things didn't work out the way I wanted to. One time in two, remember last year my neighbor was bang 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 banging. Well, the bang bang banging had started again, but this time I came mad because the bang bang banging is on my deck. So my deck is getting repaired. It's gonna take a couple of weeks, so there's gonna be a lot of disturbance for that. So I don't know. We're working it. Like right now I'm recording too late because of that. So anyway, so I saw this book on Instagram. I really wanted it, so I took a chance and requested it from the publisher, and it was mailed within a week to me. And that is this cookbook, guys. This is Spice Box Kitchen, and I was super excited to get this, guys. I already made something. I made a miso, I think it's called miso, teriyaki. It's like a teriyaki salmon. Yeah, miso glazed salmon that I made already. You could put a clip in the video. And I went to the store because I didn't have none of the ingredients, and it was pretty easy because it was in the Asian section. Because this book is divided up into different regions that the chef, who's a medical doctor, took inspiration from to come up with these recipes. And I was in the Asian section. And so I got all the stuff and I made it. It was so moist and juicy, and it tastes so good, and I loved it. I ate it with some cauliflower rice. I think they had like a vegetable in here that you could eat it with, but I did with cauliflower rice, and it was so yummy. And like I said, it was nice and moist. Then I decided, because I had some sauce left over, and I tried it on some lobster tail and shrimp, and it didn't come out the same. I didn't think it tasted as good as it did with the salmon. I think the salmon and that sauce was just a perfect match, and I wanted to see if I can add that sauce with other stuff, and it didn't quite work out how I wanted to. But I am still trying to go through this because there's so many different recipes in this, and my motivation for this book was because you guys know I'm on the weight loss mission, and if you follow me on my other Instagram, you know I am working out 6 days a week, and I'm also trying to spice up the food that I eat, because I've noticed I've been eating the same thing, which is why I haven't been including a lot of videos of my cooking because of that. So this is gonna be a nice addition. I highly recommend it if you're looking for something different and you want to add a cookbook. Get with this one, guys. I am here for it. So yeah. So then my Kindle has been on some duty lately. I am still obsessed with Alexandra House. I am obsessed with her, and I decided I'm going to continue reading her books. And I just wanted to read some of her older stuff, and it kind of just went all over the place, guys, because characters started intertwining, and I realized I read the Alexandra House series on the brothers, McCain brothers, and I realized there was some kind of, some of these stories are pre that, so there was some spoilers for me, and I was like, oh man, maybe I should have read this before that kind of deal. But anyway, so I started off with the university one, where these are two professors, they're women. So the first one is Teach Me, and this happens to be, ding ding ding, Uncle Chester that was in the McCain brothers' love child. So you know, it was interesting as hell. I enjoyed this. I'm not going to talk a lot about it because I think I'm going to do separate reviews on all of these books. And then I also read Touch Me, and this one is, if you read Stay With Me, which is the end, no, Believe Me, which is Renee and Lorenza. Now this is Lorenza's son that he never took care of, that's in that series. So this one is actually after Believe Me. So that was another one that was like, oh man, yeah, spoilery. And then I, after I finished those two, I decided, no, I want to read the sisters, because the sister series is what started off this whole thing. So I read the first one. It's 3 books in the series. I read 2 so far, which was Stay With Me, and this is Forcey Angie. Now, if you read the McCain brother and you read Free Me, yes, I think it was Free Me, that one, she showed up in there with Sage makeup when she was at the makeup convention. And Forcey Angie, this is Forcey Angie's story. So I was like, man, here we go again. All right, I see what you're doing as in the house. And that one was her story. You hear the whole setup of what happened with that. And then I was like, okay, gotta find out. Since I already read about Javon and in Touch Me, I wanted about his daddy. So I went to read the second book, which Believe Me, which was Renee and Lorenzo. Lorenzo also showed up in one of the McCain brothers. So I was like, my goodness, this doggone series. Not to mention, Renee also showed up in Touch Me. So I was like, oh man, it's a web. It's like a everything coming full circle. It's a web as well, because there's so much things going on. So there's one more book left, which is one sister, the youngest sister, that I haven't got to yet. So I'm excited about that. Then I decided to read her newest short story collection, which is Set, Ja, and Shu. So I was like, let me tell you, if you are a part of the moral brigade, don't read these. Don't read this. These were alpha male that was completely jacked up and aggressive and older. So these are older characters. I mean, the first couple, they're 41. The second is close to 40. By the time we got to the third, he had turned 40, and that kind of deal. They're grown. The women were grown as well, except for the last one. The woman was a little younger. She's grown still. She's 20 something, but She was the only young one, but the rest of them, they're old. So it was like refreshing about the age, you know, reading romance in that age category. But these were alpha males that was completely screwed up by their daddy, that got all kind of issue and was very, you know, possessive. And at the end of the day, all these women end up not working. Not working. And all I'm thinking is, you know, back in my 20s, I would have been like, hell no, I want to work. And now, shoot, give me a man that could take care of bills. I stay home all day. Read and do this and not have to do 9 to 5. So I didn't feel some kind of way about that. But it is problematic. There are some areas in this story that is very much a different kind of woman would have to deal with these men. And in real life, would I be able to handle them? There's certain things that's very sexy and erotic about their behavior, but then there's like scars that's there that makes you question, like, I don't know about these men. But they got the cover right. The covers, out of all the series, the book in the series, I feel like she got the covers right for these guys, because they're giants in terms of their body is very built. They look very intimidating when you see them in the cover. You can see that, you know, happening. I thought the covers were really, really nice. So yeah, we're still reading Alexander House because she got me hooked. And then I started this one. Yeah, I read a lot this week, guys. And this one I thought I was going to be a little further, but I'm not. But this is a crime mystery in Barbados, where this girl, she needed a job, and she took a job at this morgue and this funeral home where they in Barbados, small, and there's like some kind of family issue going on there, but there's a serial killer running loose in Barbados, and but life goes on kind of deal because of where the kind of job that she's at. So I don't know where is it going, what's the connection to this nursing home, to the serial killer. So we're gonna still finish reading that. So what else? I am still playing with my Cricut, guys. Still playing my Cricut. Still trying to figure out how to do certain things. Still making earrings. This is another one of my creations. So every video you've seen me in the last 5 videos, all of those are my earrings. So still learning how to do certain things, still playing around, still kind of trying to come up with a creative way. It's something I always wanted to do, and it's coming along. So enjoy that. And I want to end this by saying I'm very sad. Today was a rough day in terms of dealing with the fact that DMX is no longer here. So journal mood is going on, and it is 30 days. And it's strong. But one of the things I wanted to touch on is when I spoke about how I started journaling daily. I started journaling because I was stressed, and I was put in a position where I could not speak my opinion, could not voice anything, could not say what I really wanted to say, and it was really eating me up. And this is how I started journaling back in October of 2019. That before I started journaling mode, I was journaling every day prior leading up to that. And one of the things that I always did was when I was in office setting, I had headphones in my ears, and because I know I cannot go off, DMX did it for me. I used to listen to his music all the time when I was like really frustrated, because it was just the fact that he had that aggression in his voice, that for me it felt like he was talking to me, like he was like, girl, just go home and scream, go home and drive home and scream, deal with it. It's just his voice and how he rapped was just my kind of escape. There are a few people who know this, and it's the irony of it that I spoke about this months ago with them, because they were just like, what do you be listening to? And then I said, oh, I'm DMX. And they all looked at me weird, because I don't know, look at the type, you know, I'm a little bit more reserved when I'm at certain setting, and they were just like, yeah. So it's just one of those where I'm like, his music brings back a lot of memory of how I handle certain things, and it's just sad that he's no longer here. And I find that a lot of artists that you just wouldn't expect has their purpose, and no matter how complicated and difficult their life may seem, or their demons may, you know, follow them throughout life, they have their purpose. And as an artist, he has purpose in my life, and how I was able to use this music as a way of somewhat calming and get my frustration out in some weird ways. Not what you would think I would listen to, you know, you would think I would be some jazz or something, but no, it was DMX in my ears. So it's just sad, but you know, he's resting. And I am, you know, hoping that his family can get through this, because it was very unexpected because he was doing so well. And he just did a verses not too long ago. And I remember how much fun that was. So, yeah. So with that, journaling, music go well together. And that's one of the things that I'm doing this month with the Journal Mood. You see us playing our music with our journaling. And you can get inspiration from so many different music, and it's just great to have that source of relief in your life. And yeah, so yeah, DMX, ride or die, which I really won't. Anyway, I will end this here. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.